How's it going, guys? Welcome to Monday's upload. I have quite the interesting match for you. As you know, Spooky Manor was released, so that does mean a couple of Pokemon were released, namely Magic Guard Alakazam, which, prevented one of my teams from being completely legal. And, barring the thick fat on Mamo, which I've forgotten to switch back, I don't think it really played too much in this match. But that team featuring Lil Hat is now 100% legal. I had a 100% great match with it. I love this shirt, by the way. And we'll go ahead and play that back right now. Okay, so looking at it, it's against, we didn't know who it was against. It's against S1lentslash, and he's brought Scar and BLISS. Now I'm thinking, I need to keep Murkrow alive so I can trap one of those two. It's more than likely going to end up being Blissey if I'm going to trap anything, because Skarmory can just whirlwind me away. And I'm actually going to go ahead and lead with Hat, suspecting he's going to lead with Deoxys, since I do have the priority substitute. I can go ahead and scout out what kind of set he is. If he's going to set up hazards, I do have Tentacruel as my rapid spinner. If he's an offensive set, he will reveal it. He will reveal one of his moves, which will, be used to attack me. So it's valuable information to have on the first turn. If he takes Life Orb Recoil, then he's an offensive set. If he doesn't, then he's, probably Sash. I go for the sub, and he does go for the Ice Beam. He is a Life Orb set, so he's probably got Bolt Beam on this thing, which Rotom does resist, makes an excellent partner for situations like these. So I'm going to go out to him, take the Ice Beam. I take it really well. So what I want to do, I might as well just go for damage, just go for the overheat. He's probably going to end up going into Blissey anyway. But, I really don't mind right now, since there aren't any hazards set up. I can just switch out in and out freely. I do have a physical Virizion, so if I want to come in with that, I can as well. But if I'm not mistaken, I think I just end up switching out right here, -2 spec attack. Blissey, I have no reason to stay in at all. So I do end up switching out. I go into Tentacruel, because what I want to do is absorb the status. I don't really want anything else getting paralyzed on my team other than Murkrow, but if anything's going to get paralyzed, I want it to be this thing, because it's bulky, can take a couple hits. If I can get both layers of Toxic Spike set up, that'll be great, because it doesn't look like he has any spinners. This Blissey might have Aromatherapy. I haven't scouted out the rest of its set yet, but if I can get some stuff poisoned, then hey, fantastic, I'll just go with that. But I get my first layer set up. He suspects that I'm going to get my second layer set up immediately after this, so if I'm not mistaken, he goes out to his Deoxys Speed, probably going to hit me with a T-Bolt or a Psycho Boost. If he does have Psycho Boost, he's probably going to predict the switch to my Murkrow. I kind of thought that was going to be a little obvious, switching Murkrow in on a potential Psycho Boost. But I do get my second layer up. He just takes regular poison. So he's going to be taking 1/8 on top of Life Orb, which is probably going to be around, if I'm not mistaken, like 22% of his health every turn-ish. So he goes for the T-Bolt, probably predicting my Murkrow to come in. I do predict that. I'm pretty sure Rotom wouldn't really like taking a Psycho Boost too much, but I'd rather have this take it than anything else, just use it as a pivot switch, since I don't really think anything else on my team is going to want to do that. But I do predict correctly, get the T-Bolt right, and in comes Darmanitan, possibly, predicting my overheat. He could have gone to Terrakion, Darmanitan, or Blissey to take it. He probably went in onto this just so he can scare me out with the Rock Slide versus Blissey not really be able to do too much. And he doesn't know that I don't have Paint Split on the Rotom at this moment. But, if Blissey were to come in and I were to predict that, then his Blissey wouldn't really be in a good situation. He does go for the Rock Slide. Just want to get sure damage on that thing. I do go into Tentacruel. I'm not really sure why. Probably predicting the Flare Blitz. But I might as well just leave it in as fodder now. I really don't want anything else taking another potential move, just in case he happens to be, Life Orb, and he does switch up moves. He could have killed me off with a Flare Blitz, so going out to Virizion would have been really dangerous right there. So I have the Ice Shard on this guy. I'm actually going to go ahead and go for it, despite how obvious it is. He does go to Skarm. If I'm not mistaken, I think I end up going into Rotom this turn, being scared of the rocks. Plus, I can force him out from going to Skarm to Bliss, which is, I really don't want to deal with that thing. But I go for the Icicle Crash, just to get some damage off, maybe he'll predict my Rotom coming in, doing something else, and go for the Whirlwind, despite the fact he doesn't have any hazards up. But I get the Flinch, which is nice, but it really doesn't matter too much, because looking at it, he's probably running max HP and defense. So, Rotom's in before rocks, and I got a safe switch into Rotom. Might as well fire off an Overheat. I think that's what I do. I'm in a good spot, so might as well. He does have a Hydreigon left, which can come in and resist both of those, or he can just go into Blissey, which is the default option as well. So, pain in the ass. Murkrow is definitely going to need to come in here and settle things. So I go for T-Bolt, does nothing. Blissey probably has the Natural Cure going on as well, meaning that it'll go ahead and switch out, and its poison will be healed and stuff. What I don't know at this point is that he does have Heal Bell on this Blissey. I'm unsure as to whether or not that's legal with Wish, as we do see later, but it really doesn't matter to me because it does mean that he did take the extra turn, and that lets me come in safely. So instead of going for, you know, the Roost immediately after, actually I think that's what I end up doing. Yeah, I go for the Roost. I could have gone for the sub. I didn't know what kind of status he was going to have. But it turns out that he has Thunder Wave, as you're going to see on this next turn. Murkrow doesn't really mind being paralyzed as long as I don't get the full para. So he paralyzes me, that's going to be some good, you know, status fodder. If he wants to come in and burn something else. I don't know with what, but, you know, Toxic, the likes, you know, some kind of weird move. Anyway, I'm going to trap this thing. And now that this thing is trapped, the only thing that can hit me with the Seismic Toss. And barring a lot of extreme damage stuff, like, well, not damage, barring, you know, 2 para hacks in a row, I should be good to go to trap this thing. So I get the Para Song on it, and that means in 3 turns from now, this thing is going to have a lot of health draining from it. So what I do, you know, that's what Murkrow does. I've already done the moveset video on this. I don't know why I didn't speed it up either. Mainly so I can just keep you guys in suspense. But, you know, roosting, seismic tossing, all that stuff. Why did I not speed this up? Let me check out what's going on. Okay, so we actually have a pretty beautiful part coming up in that I actually take out a Blissey from full health thanks to Para Song, which, you know, is amazing. But why did I not speed this up? You tell me, guys. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to tell you guys in a little bit, because I'm going to do something right now that not a lot of people have done, but I'm going to go ahead and switch out on the last turn. And while Blissey dies, you know, I'm feeling a little hungry, so if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to go do one of these. A beautiful sandwich, by the way. Anyways, so his Deoxys speed is going to come in because he went for the Wish the previous turn. I'm going to have to Ice Shard here and hope that it kills it off. He is running Life Orb, so, you know, if I'm able to take him out here, then great. If not, then he'll probably kill me off. I don't know what kind of damage that is, but it looks like min. To be honest, Blissey sandwich. Oh my god, so good. Anyways, I take him out with an Energy Ball. Crit Energy Ball really doesn't matter at all. And he's just going to take himself out with Life Orb. So the Wish is wasted, the Blissey's dead, the bitch is dead. Anyways, Hydreigon's gonna come in. I'm gonna go into Rotom. I don't really understand why when he could have had the Surf, but I do have an Alakazam left. I'm thinking, or I know at this point that this Hydreigon Scarf. But he was for the Focus Blast. Probably, I don't really know what he was predicting. Probably, you know, just to get the most damage. I go for Will-O-Wisp over anything else just to get residual damage on it, get a sure kill with something else. I could go in with Virizion if I really wanted to. But because he did go for the Focus Blast over anything else, I'm going to go to Alakazam, who I know will be able to take that great, because, you know, not stab, resisted, all that stuff. And Magic Guard Zam really does work in this match. That's actually why I decided to do a battle with it. So, he's going to take some more burn damage. I'm hoping that my Focus Blast hits, because if it doesn't, then I'll probably be in trouble, because my Mamoswine's dead already. But if I really have to, I can stall out with Murkrow. I can stall out his Focus Blast. So I'm not too concerned just yet. Thankfully, my Focus Blast hits. He did get a Specgy Drop on the turn before, if I'm not mistaken. And I thought it would come into play, but I also had kind of an inkling that I might have been able to live it as well. And I do, which is great. So Skarm comes in, he's probably like, hey, you can't take me out, you know. But I have hidden power on this thing for, you know, sure kills on Ferrothorns and Steel types and stuff like that. Or just in situations where I want to hit something weak to fire, super effective, you know. Basically when I don't want to miss Focus Blast. In a situation like that, I really don't want to miss. So I go for Psychic. I do turn out to be faster than his Terrakion, which I don't think is coming at this point. Might be banded, might be, I don't know. It's slower than me. That's all I'm worried about. And Daruma, no. Darmanitan comes in, gonna take some poison. Actually doesn't take any poison damage. He just ends up running. So that was a pretty interesting match. I really enjoy this team. I'm really glad that it's 100% legal aside from Mamoswine, who currently has Thick, Fat, and Ice Shard, but I can switch that back to Snowclick whenever. But if you guys enjoyed this match, make sure to leave it a like rating, comment, subscribe. Like if you like sandwiches, I suppose. I don't really know. And I figured I'd take this opportunity to let you guys know that my dad is actually going to be out of town from Tuesday to Sunday. So I'm not sure how many days that is consecutively since the sandwich is so good, but it's a lot of days in a row, meaning that I'll have plenty of opportunities to stream. In case you guys missed a stream like this one on the weekend, I'll probably do like maybe 2, 3, up to 4 while I'm waiting for him to get back since he's got some stuff to take care of out of state. But that'll do it for today's game. Got LP stuff. I should probably record some other stuff as well. So I'm going to go take care of that, and I will see you guys tomorrow.